concern Nigeria and also that of Ogun State can be heard on the Periscope. The Periscope on Al-IyamoyeTv and radio with the host Fisayomi AJIBOLA every weekdays, Mondays to Fridays, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. You won't want to miss it.
Do you know that if you're not careful, you will be offending human or human offending you on a daily basis? Have you ever heard of that word, human inconsistency? Human inconsistency is from you not getting what you want from human in terms of behavior every time they react or say something to you. It is not their fault. Some things are responsible for human inconsistency. To some, it is negligence, but to some, because of one or two other things they are going through or being stressed, they are sometimes not going to meet up with their expectation. So, why don't you be lenient? Why don't you be accommodating? Why don't you learn to allow people or give people more room before you get offended? I'm sounding like a motivational speaker this morning? No, not at all. Just trying to let you have a good day. I am OLUWAFISAYOMI AJIBOLA and welcome to Periscope on Al-IyamoyeTv and radio. Periscope is that news and current affairs program where we look at whatever is trending. We look at how it's trending, why it's trending, and of what importance is such content to us as Nigerian or Nigerian diaspora. This morning, we will be giving attention to a word or a statement coming out from the President of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, who said that I have delivered the change I promised you when I wanted to be elected as your president. How true? Would you say he's saying the truth? Or would you say no, it's a false? We're going to discuss this together this morning. But before we go into that details, we will look around some news that are trending in our newspapers. Then look at the development of those stories since when it started, its development, its current stage. Don't forget that you can get to share this content you're seeing on our Facebook. You can always also like our Facebook page at Al-IyamoyeTv and share the content with your loved ones. We are available on Instagram, Twitter. Just go to @Iyamoye on Twitter and on Instagram at Al-IyamoyeTv and radio. Then we are live there. Especially on YouTube, you can get to subscribe to our content anytime. Just click the subscription button and the notification whenever any of our programs pop up will come to you with the speed of light. So welcome to Periscope this lovely morning as we take you through what is happening around us. Let's start with the development as regards the evacuations of Nigerians in Sudan. It's no news that Sudan is war-torn, and it's no news that the Nigerian government had made plans to evacuate its citizens from the Sudan. And it's no news also that Egypt is the nearest place to evacuate Nigerians to where they will be airlifted. What is new is the fact that the Egyptian government is giving conditions before allowing Nigerians to enter its countries. It's so sad that bus that conveyed Nigerians, one of them got burnt, caught fire, and even after dropping them, they have been at the border town of Egypt for the past 6 days. Do you know what it means? Sleeping beside the road. That is where these people have been. Because there is negotiation between the Egyptian government and the Nigerian government. Yesterday it was reported that the President Muhammadu Buhari has pulled a call through to the Egyptian government, and an agreement has been reached for Nigerians to go into the Egyptian base and be airlifted. But at this morning, a report said that the evacuated Nigerians are still stranded at the Egyptian border, which prompted Femi Gbajabiamila to say, well, there must be a probe of those who are involved in this case. Let me read out how it was reported by one of the tabloids in Nigeria. It said the Nigerian ambassador to Egypt, Nura Rimi, has said that the conditions given by the Egyptian government must be met to allow stranded Nigerians fleeing the insurrections of Sudan to cross into the Egypt for airlifting. A first set of Nigerians, numbering about 637, evacuated from Sudan, have been stranded at the Egyptian border with the war-torn country 6 days after their arrival. The federal government on Monday said Egyptian authorities opened their country's border for Nigerians fleeing the Sudan war to cross after intervention by President Muhammadu Buhari. A message from Nura Rimi, cited by Punch correspondent on Monday, showed that Egypt had finally granted Nigerians approval, but on some conditions. Speaking on Tuesday on NTA, Rimi said that they are still waiting to be called to cross over to Sudanese side to receive Nigerians, students especially, who have been at the borders for the past 6 days. Let me quote him. You can imagine that they have been out there for 5-6 days. So as soon as they come in, they are going to be checked in by the Red Cross to determine the state of health before we pull them on the bus before we start the 6-hour journey to Aswan. When we get to Aswan, aircraft will be ready to take them to Nigeria. That is one of the conditions. As soon as we pick them up, we will hand them over to NEMA officials, and of course, our officials will accompany them with an escort of the government of Egypt to Aswan airport and straight into the aircraft. We have a C-130 on ground, and the Air Peace plane is on the way, and they are going to release the students based on the numbers of available seats and the aircraft on ground. I do not know how many batches are there because they are on the Sudanese side of the border, while I'm on the Egyptian side of the border. But I know that there are about 500 people out there. We know that the Egyptian government gave us conditions to which we must comply. We are going to go with the evacuation based on the agreement with the Egyptian government. No one has crossed the border yet. With this back and forth, and these people not being lifted, the reason was what made the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Mr. Femi Gbajabiamila, to say that there must be investigation into the delay by the Egyptian government to allow Nigerians evacuated from the war-torn Sudan into its territories. The Speaker said the House will examine, eliminate the apparent confusion over the roles and jurisdictions of relevant ministries, departments and agencies of the federal government in the management of the crisis involving Nigerians abroad. That sounds more political. But the truth is, the Egyptian government has given its conditions. You want to come into my country? No problem. I will check your health status. And one thing is this: you must not stop over anywhere. I'll take you from the border, get you to the airport. Don't greet anybody. We'll drop you inside the aircraft, and you leave our country. see the kind of treatment that is going to be melted to Nigerians who are from that country called Nigeria, the giant of Africa, by Egypt, of our country. Even with this, Nigerians has not even met the condition. Let's look at other African countries who have their people stranded in Sudan. Have they been evacuated? Yes. Do they have the bus kind of arrangement we had? Yes. But their own, there was no crisis about it. The amount of buses, the buses that was mentioned arrived and evacuated their people within 2 days. And the giant of Africa said they are going to provide 40 buses. Unfortunately, 14 appeared. Even though we were with the 14, one got burnt. And dropping them at the border. 6 days. 6 days. People, Nigerian students, have been left deserted at the border. Despite the Egyptians saying, I will accept you, but you have to give us conditions. Why must Nigerians be given such conditions? If you have good public relations, if you have good image with the Egyptians, would we get such conditions from their governments? What has happened to Nigeria? Well, that is one development story we will take today. Now let's go to the real conversation for today, and that is the statement of our dear president, who in the next few days will be called out going, because by May 29, hopefully a new government would be sworn in. The president, Muhammadu Buhari, said that he has delivered the change he promised Nigeria. Don't forget, in 2015, when when they were protesting for the election, what they came to us to tell us is APC change. Now, from 2015 to this period, what change have we experienced? The president said he has delivered the change. Don't forget, even last year, a report was released where it was said that they have fulfilled all that they have promised Nigerians. If I'm using that word they, I mean the APC government led by Muhammadu Buhari. He said he has fulfilled all the promises he made, the promise of change to Nigerians. And he stated this yesterday when he was at the homeowners scheme at the Federal Housing Authority, Zuba, in FCT, Abuja. In his speech, he said housing and some other things he has done are some of the change he has promised Nigeria. But let's look at it. Let's look at things that was released late last year by the Buhari administration, saying that they have delivered the change they promised Nigerians. They said they have covered that milestones. What are the areas? They said they have performed very, very well. Oil and gas, digital, mine and steel, agriculture, education, health and creative industry, sports. I should take that again. Oil and gas, digital economy, mines and steel, agriculture, education, health and creative industry, and sports. The administration of Muhammadu Buhari said it has delivered exceedingly well on this. This was released by Femi Adesina, senior special advisor to the president of media and publicity. when he was mentioning the achievement of his government, he talked about how well they've been able to manage money laundering. He said they put up a bill in 2020 which repeals the money laundering prohibition. And he said the case of money laundering have been very, very minimal in their government. He also talked about terrorism. He said they have put up a bill that repels the Terrorism Act in Nigeria. Also, he talks about proceeds of crime. That is, those who have embezzled, recovery and management. They have put up a bill that will make it easy for them to get whoever it is that has been involved in fraud and also recover the money that the person has embezzled. He did also talk about the deep offshore and inland basin production sharing contract, an act which was available since 1993, but in 2019 it was amended. He did also talk about FCCPC, the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission, and he said it is the first in Nigerian history that the government will focus on combing anti-competition practices, establishing this commission. He says also, before them, the Nigerian Center for Disease Control has not been active. But they established an act in 2018 that empowered the commission. Unfortunately for the commission got huge work to contend with in 2020 and 2021, which was ravaged by the COVID-19. Also, Femi Adesina did talk about the Nigerian Police Act. He also talked about repeal and reenactment of companies and landers. And he also talked about the not too young bill. He said they have so much bills. Do you want to talk about the infrastructure they have done? Do you want to talk about the 160-kilometer Lagos-Ibadan standard gauge rail completed and commissioned within a record time of 4 years, that is 2017 to 2021? He also talked about the 8.72-kilometer extension to Lagos-Ibadan rail line to Lagos Port Complex, which was completed in 2021. He also talked about the 186-kilometer Abuja-Kaduna standard gauge rail line completed and commissioned. Talk about the 327-kilometer Itakpe-Warri standard gauge rail. There are so much of it. He talked about Abuja light rail completed in 2018. Also construction of the Kaduna-Kano standard gauge rail, which is still under construction. He talked about the groundbreaking done by President Muhammadu Buhari for complete revamp of Port Harcourt-Maiduguri narrow gauge rail, which work was kick-started in 2021. He said in terms of roads, air and seaports, power, special grid intervention, housing, digital economy, oil and gas, financing and investment, solid minerals, agriculture, National Livestock Transformation Program, that the government of Muhammadu Buhari has done exceedingly well. Would you accept or agree that truly this government has delivered that change it promised? The government has few days to the end of its tenure. Let's get to talk about it together. To you, as a Nigerian, would you say the government of President Muhammadu Buhari has delivered the change that he promised Nigeria? Would you say the government of President Muhammadu Buhari was far better than what was experienced during the PDP-led Goodluck Ebele Jonathan administration? Don't even forget that there was crisis about what he left, what former President Goodluck Jonathan left in the profile of the government force. While this said he left a particular amount, the incoming said, no, we meant empty treasury. Whether with empty treasury or filled treasury, it's 8 years, almost 8 years already. Would you say the government of President Muhammadu Buhari has delivered so much? Has delivered so much to Nigeria? Would you say we are better off than what we were as Nigerian during former President Goodluck Jonathan and this government? Would you say that if you talk about affordability of basics, what are the basics? Food, clothing, and shelter. Nigerians has it, though not in abundance, but readily available, and has the purchasing power to take over these basics. How many times has the minimum wage of civil servants been increased? And can that minimum wage go vis-a-vis of what goods and services that goes for in the marketplaces? How well can that 30,000 naira of the minimum wage serve the family of 4, father, wife, mother, and 2 children? Would you say Nigerian economy, as said by the senior special advisor to the presidency, Femi Adesina, would you say truly this scorecard, this report card of the administration that he reeled out is truly an indication that Nigeria is contending with the best countries of the world who has better economy? Or few months ago, where there were brouhaha about the new Naira note redesign and the old Naira notes, that was not during the regime or tenure of President Muhammadu Buhari. How would you say the kidnap that happened in the north, the attacks of bandits? Is it right for us to add those to some of the things that would work against the scorecard that was released by the administration of President Muhammadu Buhari? Now, it is a conversation for within us and you. Let's get to hear your comments. Would you say that our President Muhammadu Buhari has failed? Or would you say, and if you believe he has failed, tell us the sector that he has failed in, and let it be factual, because the scorecard released by the administration were factual. He mentioned places, what they have done, how they have done it, when it was done, and even the one in progress. So would you say truly he has delivered? He has delivered the change he promised Nigeria? Or would you say It is just a case of trying to cover up before leaving government after 8 years. Okay, we'll go for a break. And while we are at the break, commercial break, we will expect your response. Don't forget you can drop your response, especially on the Facebook page where you are seeing this live video. Let us hear from you. Would you say that the administration of President Muhammadu Buhari has delivered the change promised Nigeria? Is it true or false? If you say it's true, say yes. And tell us how beneficial it has been to Nigeria. But if you're against it, say false. And tell us what you think the president has not done right and his administration has not done right. Feel free. We will read them out one after the other, so that it will be a kind of not comparison for the new government that will likely take over May 29. Let's go for this commercial break. While we'll come back, Periscope continues.
Have been disappointed severally in the bid to see greener pasture abroad. So those traveling agency business, it is a rocket science. That is not our case at Tausaf Travels and Tours. We have aimed out fully without stress, help you process and secure your work. Do you want permanent residential visiting and tourism visa, student visa, Europe, America, Asia, Africa? It's no big deal to us at Tausaf Travels and Tours. Our years of expertise, let's process and secure visa for you to UK, US, then Hajj and Umrah to our Muslim faithfuls. What are you waiting for? Consult us at number 9 Tausaf Central Mall, Sholanke Street, behind Laroy Abiola Way, Abil. 0803-0900 or 0806-578-4060. Stop wasting money. Pay for peace of mind. Talk Tausaf Travels and
gbogbo tó gbayì tó fẹ́ wọṣọ yìí ló ń kọjá lọ sí House of Zayana. The name I know when we talk top-notch fashion, quality materials and of Zayana. Let's máa rojúlówó Turkey wears, Egypt and Malaysia clothing, Dubai, àwọn designer bag ṣe, àwọn tó jiná tí wọ́n fa wọ original ṣe, àwọn ago kájọ tó ń wákàtí ọjọ́ sunglasses and perfumes pẹ̀lú àwọn gbogbo fi ń gbafẹ́ lò gbà. Mo débẹ̀ ojú mi ń ṣe kámi èmi ni ó rà èmi ni ó mùsùlùmí ẹlẹ́sìn tẹ gbòógì gbọ́npa fashion tẹ wá nílò jàlábíà hijab àti àbáyà lórí of Zayana lẹ́ò ti rí gbogbo ẹ̀ rà. House of Zayana wà ní 52 ọlọ́run ṣògo road ajá Saint Region Agape Parish ọlọ́run ṣògo Abẹ́òkúta. Lórí Instagram House of Zayana 81656818. Of Zayana ilé ìtajà tá a ti ń tojúlówó aṣọ nìyí.
Al-IyamoyeTv Radio, Voice of the Voiceless.
Here we stand as a people with one song, with one voice. We're a nation undivided. 'Cause Here we are as a people with one heart for one cause. We're determined to rebuild and restore. Where freedom reigns and truth prevails. Our land where there's hope for us all. Our land where there's hope for us all.
Yes, Timmy Dakolo there saying he believes in the brand Nigeria and expressing his conviction about Nigeria. You have the opportunity also to express your conviction about the brand Nigeria as you're taking a look at one aspect of the brand, and that is governance. And that leads to us looking at the statement of President Muhammadu Buhari, who is saying that he has delivered the change he promised Nigerians. Would you say yes, he has? Or would you say no, he has not? If you're either saying yes or no, what is your supporting arguments? Drop the comments on these the video you're seeing on Facebook, and let's see what your reaction it's all about. You're still on Al-IyamoyeTv and radio, the voice of the voiceless, and Periscope, the news and current affairs program where we get to x-ray what is trending is what is ongoing. looking at the statement made by the president yesterday, he made a statement when he was making available or commissioning a housing scheme project, which is being referred to as was one of his achievements in the administration. The special advisor, media and publicity, Femi Adesina, said that the president's this administration has done so good in oil and gas, in education, in agriculture, in digital economy, and he mentioned some others. Are you convinced, or would you say truly what Femi Adesina said is what this administration has delivered? He did also make mentions of roads that you and I can testify to. How this administration has embarked on constructing rail, from the light rail to the regular rail, giving definite areas where this administration has done, according to him, excellently well. So, would you go with the reel of success that was released by this administration's, the image maker of this administration? Or would you say, no, what they have done is not what we wanted, or what he has done or claimed to have done are not being done or been done properly? Let's get to hear from you. Let's quickly take a look at the comments. Okay, or maybe we'll need to wait more for it. Okay, on my personal Facebook, somebody dropped a comment and he said, "May God forgive you." And I've responded to him, asking him what was our sin. But looking at the person's profile, the person is an ardent follower of the obedience. So I'm expecting his comment as regards why we should be forgiven by God for deeming it fit to discuss a content like this. Okay, Inside of Magazine said, true. Wow, true that the president has delivered the change he promised? Wow, if that's the take, well, you're open to your opinion. But all that has been fixed, and not the immediate need of an average Nigerian. He has done well to you, and you say what he has done, and not what an average Nigerian needs immediately. If you're there, please make mention of one or two things that you think he has done that we don't need. Is it the road he has fixed? Would you say it's a case of not being properly reported, that this administration has done exceedingly well, but it's just that it was not well reported? Look at what was read out as the achievement of this administration in that note. Those things that were read out were things that are visible, were things that, according to them, they said they have done exceedingly well in 20 sectors in 8 years. 20 sectors in 8 years. Which administration in Nigeria has touched virtually every sector? 20 sectors in Nigeria. We usually have this style where the government pick one or two ministry as a point of focus. I think former President Goodluck Jonathan's main focus was power. He was the one who did the reform of the power sector, the privatization of the power sector, and his major concentration was trying to fix the power sector. Unfortunately, despite privatizing the sector, they were issued bailout funds on several locations, and to date, it is a case of epileptic power supply. But this administration said he has covered 20 sectors in 8 years. They didn't just concentrate on one or two. They have talked about roads, rails, air and sea ports, power, housing, water resources, ease of doing business, digital economy, digital identity, oil and gas, solid minerals, agriculture, social investment, and poverty alleviation as areas that this government has touched. I would want to underline one that was mentioned by this administration: poverty alleviation. How poor was an average Nigerian during Goodluck Jonathan's regime or tenure compared with this present dispensation? During the COVID, the federal government told us that there were so many palliatives. That was when the English word came out. Palliatives that the federal government released to Nigerians. Did it get to you? What did you get? Who were in possession of those palliatives? Is it true that in terms of poverty alleviation, this government has done so much well? There was even a time that this government said it's going to be giving out 5,000 naira to citizens. Some said they collected it. But is it that most of these good deeds of this government were not properly reported? That these achievements, that these administrations claimed it has achieved in 8 years, were not felt by the citizens. Because we still see poverty in the land. We still see people groaning in abject poverty. And this government said it has done well in poverty alleviation. Who are those that were lifted out of poverty? Who are those that still swim in the tides of poverty? Is it that those who have been referred to as the lazy youth that are still swimming in the tides of poverty? Why those who have the desire to walk has all it takes to be taken away from the poverty? Don't even forget that the same special advisor to the president on media publicity said yesterday that it is not the responsibility of the government to provide employment, but to provide an enabling environment for the private sectors to provide employment. So, the enabling environment was also read out as some of the achievement of this government. Let's see how well they will be able to manage the incoming government if there will be case of how much was left in the treasury and the one taking over, how much the person will declare as what they meant in the treasury. Because it's always a fight of the two lions or two elephants in every state, local government, even at the presidency level in Nigeria, when it has to do with the case of how much the former left in the treasury and how much the new one is inheriting. There is always, or there has never been, a case of the same figures. It's either somebody is saying, I don't see anything, I met little or nothing, or the person leaving said, oh, I have huge amount of money in the treasury. Let's see how well this administration will be able to manage the incoming government. Well, let this conversation continue on Facebook, as we'll open the comment section for you to comment, and let's see how true is it that the president said he has delivered all that was promised, all the change that was promised to Nigerians at the onset of his government. Let the conversation continue on Facebook and other social media platforms where you have the question. I remain OLUWAFISAYOMI AJIBOLA. We just have to go at this time because our time is fast spent. Let's do this again tomorrow again. We'll be coming up with another interesting topic, asking you what is trending and how we can be participants in our politics, in our governance, instead of us sitting back in our home complaining that somebody is not doing it right. We are still here for you at Al-IyamoyeTv and radio, where we'll be giving you updates in every aspect, be it news and current affairs, politics, entertainment, sports. We'll continue to give you the best of what your data will want. Thanks for listening, and do have a splendid afternoon.